Hello coders! Welcome to Fast Coder 21 free medical coding YouTube channel. Today's session we are going to learn best tips to find medical coding job in Singapore. Singapore is a most favorite country for most of the people. Yes, Singapore visa is most powerful visa in the world. So if you would like to work as a medical coder in the Singapore, just watch this video until the end to know more about how to find medical coding job in Singapore. And also like, comment, share and learn from Fast Coder 21. So first we will learn what are the code sets will be used in Singapore. So as usual ICD-10 CM, which is clinical modification, which usually used in the US, is also used in the Singapore. Next one is CPT. Usually CPT is current procedural terminology. So this is also used in Singapore. Next one is ICD-10 AM, International Statistical Classification of Diseases and Related Health Problems, 10th revision, Australian modification, but currently ICD-10 AM in 12th revision. So they are going to start 12th revision latest. So it is used for classifying the diseases, injuries, and related health problems. In ICD-10 AM, we have 22 chapters. So mostly ICD-10 CM and ICD-10 AM are resembles. But if you know ICD-10 CM perfectly, you can do ICD-10 AM coding easily. As there is only 20 to 30% difference between ICD-10 CM and ICD-10 AM. So next one is ACHI, which is Australian classification of health interventions. Usually in US we will use it as CPT. So and in patient we will use ICD-10 PCS for procedures. In Australian coding classification we will use ACHI, Australian classification of health interventions. So here intervention means procedures. So used to classify surgeries, therapies and health interventions. So ACHI is having 20 chapters total. Next we have ACS, Australian Coding Standards, which are the guidelines designed for nationally consistent application of ICD-10 AM and ACHI. Basically, Australian coding standards are the guidelines which will use to code using ICD-10 AM and ACHI. So basically here you need to understand that in Singapore we will use two types of code sets like ICD-10 CM from US, ICD-10 AM from Australia. So they will use ICD-10 CM, CPT, ICD-10 AM, ACHI, ACS, and also they will use DRG. So mostly in Singapore, medical coding jobs are related to auditing. Along with auditing, you may find jobs related to coders also. So mostly you need to work as a auditor. So you need to have good understanding about DRG classifications. So if you want more DRG information, you can watch Fast Coder 21. We have nearly 20 videos related to inpatient medical coding. So in order to find a medical coding job, we need to understand what are the duties of a medical coder. So prior to deciding whether you want to become a medical coder, it is important to understand the duties you might handle. So these are the regular duties. So basically you are going to use code sets like ICD-10 CM, CPT, ICD-10 AM, ICHI, ACS. So in order to learn all these code set, you need to have good understanding of anatomy and physiology. So you need to check all these code sets periodically in order to upgrade with latest updates. So if you know the duties perfectly, You can learn the things which are needed in order to fulfill medical coder duty. As a medical coder, you will get the reports from the hospitals or physicians, and watching those reports, you need to code the documents using all these code sets. Next is you need to meet the prerequisites to become medical coder. So to work as a medical coder, you need at least diploma or general education degree equivalent to work as a medical coder. For example, if you are planning to go Singapore for a with Indian qualification, you need to have graduation in life sciences, like you need to have B Pharmacy, D Pharmacy, M Pharmacy qualifications, as well as you might have or you need to have biotechnology qualification, and mostly you need to have life science qualification. So in order to become a medical coder, you need to engage in medical coding training. So engaging in medical coding training can help you solidify your fundamental knowledge of relevant medical coding topics. So if you have proper training, you will get coding foundations, medical terminology, ambulatory care coding, revenue cycle and billing, healthcare communication, medical law and ethics, medical record management, and diagnostic and procedural coding. So in those training, you are going to learn all these things. And also you will learn coding technology and applications. So whenever you are taking the training, you need to choose the accredited courses from colleges, universities, or reputable organization. For example, if you have certification from AAPC and AHIMA, you are having more value in Singapore. So basically CPC and CCS are acceptable in Singapore. So after completion of training as well as the certification, you need to revise your resume and you need to keep or put all the strengths of you in order to entertain the recruiter. So if you want to go Singapore, mostly you need to learn ICD-10 AM. But if you know ICD-10 CM, you can learn ICD-10 AM very easily. So basically in Singapore, base coder salary is 2,000 to 4,500 Singapore dollars. There you need only 1,800 Singapore dollars in order to survive monthly. So if you want to check the salary, you can check here. So basically it is based on your qualification and experience. So we will check here. For example, if you have 0 to 2 years experience, you will get 3,440 Singapore dollars. And if you have 5 years experience, 4,340. If you have 5 to 10 years experience, 5,720. 10 to 15, 6,730. 15 to 20, 7,450. 20 plus years, approximately 8,000. So it is everything based on your knowledge and your qualification and your experience. So it is not concrete salaries. So it may vary depending on your performance. So in Singapore, there is huge demand for medical coders. So for example, if you have 6 to 7 years experience, you have more value compared to the people with less experience. So basically, in order to know or find a medical coding job in Singapore, you need to know mostly CPT. If you know CPT, you need to learn ACHI. Why means ICD-10 CM and ICD-10 AM are mostly similar, as there is 20 to 30% difference between CM and AM. So, but ACH is completely different. You need to learn ACHI, as which will use in Singapore for procedural coding using Australian coding sets. So how do you go Singapore? So how do you find the job? So in order to go Singapore, you need to have work visa or sponsor visa. So if any company sponsors you, you can go to Singapore and find a join in the medical coding. Otherwise, you need to go to using the tourist visa, like most of the people are visiting Dubai and Abu Dhabi, like you need to go using the tourist visa, and after getting the job as a medical coder in Singapore, you will get the work visa by the company which have recruited you or recruits you. So most common question for Indian people is CPC and CCS are acceptable in Singapore. Yes, few hospitals will recognize CPC and CCS. Also, you need to pass the hospital specific coding exam in order to get medical coding job in Singapore. So, what is the certification exam for Australian medical coding? So, here we will usually call it as HIMA exam. We will call it as CCC, triple C. We will check on the website. So, this is the HIMA website. So, see here, this is the certification we are talking. Clinical coder certification is two-part process. Part 1 is completion of the advanced ICD-10 AM, ACHI and ACS clinical coding course. Part 2 is completion of 2-hour examination. The results for each part are used to collect the final score for clinical coder examination. So basically you have two parts here. So what are the eligibility and examination details, fees. You can see this website and you can find more information regarding Australian medical coding certification. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching Fastcoder 21. Please like, comment and share. Happy coding guys. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section of this video.